And we're back to another episode of I Continue My Suffering with Gusto and Glee. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIII, about the same difference. And we are in our first kind of open world environment, strangely enough. And I use that term very loosely when it comes to saying this is an open world environment, but it is what it is. It's riddled with baddies. And there is actually an exploration factor to a lot of this, and whatnot. So really, this is going to be another set of fights and stuff because we're going to be exploring this kind of open area, and for what it's worth, and try to figure out what we do and do not want to do and all that. Yeah. As I think I had mentioned a while back, at least in the last episode, that there will be an advent of possibly getting some sort of grinding going here. May as well while we're here. Because we're going to get our butts kicked by a lot of the stuff that's actually here. You can already see that we're getting kind of murdered. Mainly because of a big guy. We're going to heal back up here.
Come on, then. Change of plan.
Do. There we go, I needed aggression. There we go. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to fight everything in this zone, no. Because, like I said earlier, there's going to be some grinding and whatnot, and so why waste it on lesser mobs unless they're blocking, an item. But you can see that this is definitely a slime-controlled region of this big map here. You can see this is a pretty big open space. I believe it's broken into about 4 or 5 sections. Including this big space that's right here that you can see. And all of that. So, there's a whole process to all of this. As you can see, the behemoths run free. Ooh, look out. Now, as you can see, exploring this place is quite an ordeal. But then on top of that, you have these things. Let's take a look at one. So, Octopudding. The gelatinous rube beside that pond is the very octopudding I seek. I need only slay it to avoid becoming a Seath. Now, how many years must have been since I left the village in pursuit of that vile pest? My brand will not wait forever. I must kill it and quick, and then when I awaken from my crystal slumber, I can help to repair the ruin it left in its wake. So it's a Class D. And if we look at our map, I don't remember exactly where we gotta go, but it said near a lake, so we get some insight. Oh god. Oh, there's the lake. You can see there's even some biggins out on yonder there. The heck? Pretty sure there's a way over there. Sheepies! Sheepies!
They've managed to survive here somehow, huh?
They're secretly like murder machines.
Be a dull life.
It really is a whole different world here, isn't
Hey,
it?
none of that here.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see. I think we need something for this. We'll come back to this later. I see a treasure ball way out yonder there, so we're gonna go check that out. But yeah, they don't give you much direction with what you need and can do, so you're kind of left to your own devices. I think these are new. Yeah. Yeah, they're new. Okay.
That's how it's
And there it is. And look at the amount of CP we're getting just for that easy fight. 2,000. So our CP, theoretically, fighting the right enemy types and battles, can go through the roof here. So it's a matter of just keeping track of what gives good CP and what's kind of a waste of time. And there's even a battle I believe we can tackle for some significant CP. But we still gotta get, I think, a little stronger before we pursue it. But yeah, this is the legit place you want to be for a lot of the grinding that goes on down here. Because we got these dudes. There's gonna be one over there. Which will deal with the minions first. Oh shit. Or not, because that thing hits so fucking hard. See, this is what I was worried about, is that there's enemies here that just hit so freaking hard. Like that particular enemy, that dude, they hit so hard. It's gonna be an event to figure out how to beat him. If I'm not mistaken. So we know there's a chest there, especially with the levels that we have not being very high. Like I said, this game's difficulty curve is ridiculous. Just like once you get here, there's enemies that can just two-shot you. It's very much reminiscent of Mystic Quest in the sense that there's going to be fights you just can't win. And I don't mean that you can't win it, it's just that if the enemy decides to do one main tactic, you're kind of screwed. And there's not much else you can do about it. You're just, in a sense, what they would say is you are at the mercy of the game. And that to me is, and that is a criticism of bad game design. When you can't consciously, when you try to consciously make a decision about what you're doing, or rather, there's no strategy, it's just a little bit of luck. Or even in some cases, a lot of luck. So we clearly can't go that way. But I bet we could go this way. And now you can start seeing there's flying enemies, which are palette swaps of a boss we fought already. Which I find frustrating. It's just so many palette swaps. And then there's not even a palette swap. They just made the an enemy bigger. So let's see how we handle this. Ow. Look at that, 2 hits and we're dead. So yeah, we got our work freaking cut out for us if we want to level up here. But again, those little dudes that we saw, that one fight gave us 2200, so finding more things like that would be good. Keyword is finding more things like, more fights like that. I believe there's an area where we can get away with some of that. Where? Beyond me right now. I don't remember. And to be fair, there's a save point up there. Check these little dudes out. Little bastards. Goblins! They look like goblins! Like this game's variant of one anyway. Oh my god, I was right. So goblin, goblin. So really a strong immunity to magic. Pretty healthy little bastards too. They still hit pretty hard. go. Total stuff. These are doable. We'll see what we get for CP from them. And then the other element too is leveling up our weapons. Because this is probably the best place to also be doing that. And I think they gave us like 2,730. So the XP, or CP rather, is good. It's a matter of getting it. Let's go this way. Lots of lakes and ponds. That water sound effect is horrible. Got some money. And we can see a chest across the way. Guarded by guys we don't mind fighting. So stick it to him. Let's do this. Again, another battle one. And we get Millerite, which is good. Excuse me. Now we see like a herd of things we want to fight down there. That's our way down. I want to check that one chest in the upper area though that we can see. Probably guarded, but whatever. The idea again too is leveling here will creep along, level up a bunch, and then be able to upgrade the enemies that we fight, so to speak, and then things just start getting better from there. And is it worth grinding here? Yes, because the backside of the game is the back end of the game. Nice, is assuming that you do this. Okay, because if you don't, you're gonna have yourself a bad time. And it's not that you have a bad time; it's just that everything is really hard, and then grinding is really hard to try to offset the fact you're getting your ass handed to you by enemies doing like massive damage, and you're barely getting through fights alive. You're repeating fights multiple times, and really you can avoid a moderate chunk of that by coming here and spending more time here than you think you normally would. we've taken a bit of damage here. Let's recover.
Steady now. Come on then.
Now they're summoning something which is bad. I know it's bad. Anything these buttheads can summon would be bad. And we now gotta deal with another enemy who probably will kill us.
You asked for it.
I wasn't kidding when I said it probably is gonna kill us.
New strategy.
If we can get this big guy by himself, we might have a chance here.
Come on then.
Be back.
Here. Thanks.
So we got his weaknesses and his stagger stuff and all that, so that's good. Let's do this. Once we get him staggered, we could probably do... Oh, damn! That didn't fucking pan out.
Cool head.
Well, it's up. I don't think it's going down yet. Let's heal up real quick.
New strategy.
Now let's get him with some ruthless aggression here. I know our attack is down, but he has magic damage anyway, so I don't see this getting any better. I mean, we could try it, though. About the same. You can see this is bad. We've barely done any damage to this fucker. That's why I was worried about this.
Thanks.
And we don't have her to put status effects on him because I didn't set that paradigm up. Which means we need to start doing that.
Thank you. Come on. You asked for it.
There's some more damage. That's what I'm talking about. It's removing the debuff of offensive debuff, I think. Hope might just have to go down. There we go. Yeah, so okay, so we need to definitely put up the strat 3100. That's not worth it, but it is and it isn't. And the reason it is because we don't have the right paradigms. That is completely pointless. Let's do Synergist or Saboteur, Synergist, Medic. That way, yes, we can even the odds. Because them odds weren't looking too good at that moment. The herd of wild, tiny creatures across the flame. Conjuring something. Little friend. We're gonna just take these guys down. Let's get him.
Just another battle.
Just another murder. Not as much for that one. You coming down to get me? Just trying to see how they're laid out here. Still not doing very good on that front. Nice. And the battle is won.
Ready for the next fight.
Again, not as much as we would like, but it is what it is. We're just guarding chests anyway. I get Ice Charm, yay. You can hear my absolute enthusiasm. I gotta get the drop on. It looks like there's just the two of them. Yeah. That's fine. We'll get that other chest in a minute. I just wanted to see what was over here. And we get a fire charm. So this is very much kind of just a dead-ended zone. With a bunch of these weaker enemies here. Thank you. They're part of that group there. Yep. As we bring on the pain train. There we go. One more down. Go. And the battle is won. And we grab that. Alright, and I think that's most of the treasure spheres down here. As far as the rest of this open area goes, there's this middle area here we haven't checked. Ah, there's a star. That's probably what we're looking for. We're going to head up that way now. If we want to tackle that side quest thingy. Now again, all those statues, if my memory serves me right, and I could be very, very wrong, but if my memory serves me right, you can't complete all of them until you get to post game. Which I don't believe there's anything new in post game. It's just for completionist stuff. And you gotta in post game, you come back here. I think you can level up your characters even further. And then you can tackle the stuff you normally couldn't. And again, I don't know how I feel about that. You can definitely tell I question it very heavily as being valid, because again, it's mostly just you're grinding literally here to do the side quests that are here. That they could, I don't know why they did it. A part of me doesn't care why they did it. But I don't know why. I don't know why they did it that way, but they chose to do that. Whereas side quests and stuff should be something that is for endgame, per se. I thought there was little offshoot branches, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, it's just one of those things that bugged me. It's like, Square Enix has this notorious element of never being able to get shit right. And a lot of people in the past have always complained about side quests. And it's like, yeah, they never seem to get that right. The side quest thing. I think that's our target. Yeah. Well, that didn't help. Well, we know what they're weak against.
This'll be fun.
There we go.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, for 4 of them, only 1,700. Yeah, no, that's not good. Really quick, before we start picking a fight with a supposed boss, let's see what we can build up here. What are we working on? Ravager. I think we're getting Vigor and Aurora. Flame Strike. There's an accessory, so we really should just focus on Ravager. Let's do Hope. I think we were working on Synergist. Clearly I was not. Medic? No, Ravager. And then for Fang... It's Commando, okay. You see, we're not getting much, just even with what we've got. Getting all the elemental weaknesses we can get. Plus that accessory. Same deal. But we're gonna go for these stats. Again, I have the inclination to grind, so there's no reason not to just invest laterally, like straightforward. Alright, let's see what I've gotten myself into. First of all, we're gonna buff debuff right out the gate.
Keep the enemy off balance.
This thing with my luck's gonna murder my face. As you can see, the bar water is already gonna be a nice little add there. Let's do this. Oh, he's not so bad. When you defang them, pretty much, they're not too bad. And look at that. Not so bad at all. Not worth the CP. We get Murky Ooze, mission complete. Energy Sash. We earn the rank of Good Samaritan. Yay. And for our efforts, another one of those kind of turns on. Now, I don't believe we gotta go back to the old one. Where are we? But we might want to just to make sure. Okay, we're there. It's still up. But let's check this one first. Uridimu, archetype step, central expanse. Time runs short. Today is the day I put an end to the troublesome Uridimu. The problem, I fear, will be the pack of loyal Gorgonopsids. The master alone is worthy enough foe. I must face hounds as well. Alas, if it must be so, so be it. Okay, mission commenced. Now, again, that's why we want to reveal as much of this map as we can. So there's where we gotta go. Let's head that way since it's kind of not on the way back to these things. I believe, and I don't want to know, I don't want to say I know distinctly for sure if we get rewards by going back and talking to the statues again, or they just let us do the same quest again. Like I said, I don't have much of this open area memorized. I don't have much of this game memorized. For good reason, I think, but that's just me. So we need to head over this way. And he wasn't kidding. That's a lot of hounds. We really want to get, I think, the hound amount down as quickly as possible. Even if we buff, the more frickin' hounds there are, the more crazy this is gonna get. Though even just killing one, we're gonna need to recover anyway. Try to get some benefits up here.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
At least we're not taking as much damage as quickly. And we're at least putting in a dent here.
New strategy. Thank you.
And now we know.
This'll be fun. Appreciate it.
Let's do this.
You asked for it.
You can see there's not really much to these fights. Cobaltite. You know, it's just, there's not much to them. They're easier than the random encounters. Some of them. Some of them. Going to the Yesha Massif for the Ugalu, Lord of the Peaks, is my prey. Yet those peaks loom distant on the horizon, and already my limbs refuse the urging of my mind. Please obey, but for a few days more. Would that I could still the passage of time. Okay. So this one is up there. And technically we came from, where are we? We came from up there, so it's back the way we came. So we can use this as our chance to kind of try out what I said and see quickly, very quickly, what happens when you go back to the ones that you finished. They either will let you redo them or attempt it again, I think, or they don't do anything, or they give you a new one that's a harder version of it. It's gonna be something stupid like that. I already know it. And there we go. Of course, it's guarded. They worship the spinny treasure sphere.
Target the target.
Let's do this real quick.
Thanks. Change of plan.
As we give him the old beat down. A Zephyr ring, nice. Let's go check this thing out. What are we doing on XP here? Not barely enough for some characters for a freaking sphere level or a crystal level. That's what I'm just calling these now, crystal levels. So it lets you reattempt it, but that's all. Okay, so there's really no benefit in dicking around with that any further. I'm gonna come back this way. Still don't know how to jump over there. One of these days we'll figure it out. Up we go. I think it's just the two of them defending a treasure for me. And the battle is won. We get a Rod of Thorns weapon. Nice. So we know that that's just going to reset stuff. And there's an enemy way out there, which I believe is back the way we came. So anyway, you guys get a pretty good gist of this area. It's mostly just these monster hunts, which I would say they're relevant. Okay, here's my stance. This is what I'm going to do, which is probably going to be unpopular. It's relevant to share these when they're like the end game, post game ones rather. And the reason I say that is because those are like tactical based fights that require you to use certain tactics and stuff. Most of this is just endurance fighting. Like I said, I gotta grind a bunch of levels, and I need to reveal more of this map in the process of doing that. And we are significantly under-leveled for this area, as you can clearly see. So here's my plan, is I'm going to do a lot of grinding. It'll probably be the most grinding that we have to do in this game, but it will be done. And when we come back, I will have more of these missions completed. If there was any that was in particular, I'll gladly tell you about it, or anything that was interesting, I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure that it's just, like I said, it's just mundane time wasting. Activities that give you goodies, they give you equipment and whatnot. And based on what that equipment is and how you feel about it, it's like, So you get, let's see there, you get every time you kill something, you get a TP charge. You know, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't have an issue with any of that. My issue just primarily is that we've got some grinding to do. We should be able to take down most of the enemies that are our size or just a little bigger. Those giant dudes, I don't think we actually can fight right away until we've done a lot more grinding. And that's even if I feel like I want to go that far. But yeah, we've got some grinding to do. We've got some sorting out of other abilities and stuff. And getting through the sphere grid a bit more, the Crystarium and all that. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/XIII for more live gaming action. And as I said, when we come back, we will have more of this done. And if anything interesting transpires, I will make sure you guys are the first to know. And maybe I'll record it separately and like open up with that, in another episode. So the next episode might be cobbled together with different events and things that looked interesting. And if there is nothing interesting, then you have nothing to worry about. You didn't miss much. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.